Yesterday I did a video on discipline, and guess what? I failed myself. I had zero discipline today. Even though every day I have like a set routine or something like that I follow. It's not very extreme. It's not like follow it to the T every day like a maniacal person. But it's quite decent. It's not too bad. I have like general things such as go to the gym, work, eat food, this at this time or whatever. And so it works out. But today it didn't. After recording yesterday's video, I slept, and after sleeping, when I woke up, I slept at 5 a.m. I have a horrible sleep schedule. You know what? I'll just say that in front of the camera. Even though I say all these things, I talk about things about improving yourself and general things that I'm approaching. I'm not a perfect person. Far from it. Far from it. And right now, there's some shitty things going on in my life. I'm very close. I wouldn't say I'm very close, actually, but I'm somewhat remotely close to rock bottom in a way. There is still some things to lose and some place to go, but the way up is very high now, which is again in itself a good thing and a bad thing. But I woke up today and I had zero motivation. I literally didn't want to do anything. I didn't even want to scroll on my phone. I didn't even want to like slide Instagram or something, like scroll reels or DM someone, whatever. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to text people. I just want to sit. I woke up and all I wanted to do was sit, and I didn't want to work. In my head, the only thought that I had was to just don't want to work today for some reason. And today is a Monday too. Usually I'm excited to work on Mondays. I'm like excited to work on Mondays, but today it's, I don't know. It didn't feel like I wanted to work at all. I genuinely didn't. I had zero discipline. I had zero motivation. In fact, screw discipline. I had zero motivation to even get out of the bed for some reason. I just didn't want to do anything. So then I decided that this feels like a burnout. I feel empty and I'm not very happy with where I am or whatever, but I'm not dissatisfied either. I am not suffering either, which is why I'm not on this side where I'm very happy with my life or this side where I'm suffering and I want to improve. Have you all heard about the beta paradox or the beta law or something like that? So, what the beta paradox says is that if your life is not bad enough, you are not going to do the thing which is required and which takes effort to improve. For example, if you do a job and say your boss is horrible, okay, but he's a little respectful of you, the job is not very good for your future or whatever, but you're comfortable in the job. The boss is like, he's bad, okay, he's not the best person out there, but he is somewhat respectful to you to the point where you don't feel like you want to quit the job. You don't even enjoy it though. You're not earning money, you don't enjoy it, but you're not unsatisfied or dissatisfied. You're like, it's okay, I'm working 9 to 5, whatever I'm doing. You don't hate your life. So now what the beta paradox says is that you're not going to quit your job and do something else or find another job just because you're not very sad or not very depressed or whatever. But say, okay, I'll explain it in a different way. So imagine that you have a rule where if you want to go somewhere, if it's more than 1 kilometer, if the distance is more than 1 kilometer, you try to take a car. You drive there. But if it's less than 1 kilometer, you walk. Now imagine if the distance is 900 meters. Walking 900 meters is not the fastest thing. It's going to take you 10-15 minutes. Now compare that to say if the distance was 1.1 kilometers. Now driving 1.1 kilometers would be like 2, 3, 4 minutes, whatever. So now there's a difference of 15 minutes versus 2, 3, 4 minutes. And the 2, 3, 4 minutes comes when the destination is a little bit further away. Which means that if it was just a little worse, then you would have taken the car. And then you would have reached there earlier. Same way, if your job was worse, if your boss was mad at you, if he was angry at you, and you hated your existence while doing that job, you would have quit it and done something new. And I felt like I'm on the other side of the beta paradox. My life isn't that bad. Although it's progressing, and then I thought that maybe for 2-3 days, if this continues, I'll probably end up on the other side, and then I will hate my life, or I'll suffer or whatever, and then I'll start doing things and get back into discipline. But because I didn't have all that, I didn't have motivation, which made me realize that, okay, people say motivation is shit and this and that, and you need discipline. Yeah, you need discipline, but do not exclude motivation. Motivation is also important, but natural motivation is important. Inorganic motivation is a little weird. Sometimes it can boost you, sometimes it can help you out, but natural motivation that just comes to you, it's there. I think it's it's a beautiful piece of emotion, or whatever it is, and it is definitely going to help you out. And guess what? Today, I until like 6 p.m. in the evening, I was just existing. I was doing nothing. I was sad. I was a little sad. Not going to say very sad, but I was empty. My life could be classified as empty. I was doing nothing. I had no purpose. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to work. I just want to order food and eat it. I just want to exist like fat bum, fat lazy bum. I skipped the gym today. It's a very rare thing. I never skip the gym. Skipping the gym is like a task for me, that damn, today I have to skip the gym. I have to put effort into skipping the gym, and I did today. Somehow I just didn't go to the gym, which is a big deal for me. It's like, how the hell did you not go to the gym? And so then until 6-7 p.m. I was just like existing. But then when 6-7 p.m. came, did some work, talked to my parents, had some word. 7:30, 8 o'clock, I went for a walk. That rhymed. So I went for a walk. Then while I was walking, an event happened that made me very sad and emotional. And obviously I didn't react to that event. I didn't go angry and do something. All I did was, since I was on a walk, I just put some music on. I had taken my headphones, which they are not here, I can't show you, but I took my headphones. If you see my first video, I'm wearing those headphones. Those headphones are the ones that I wear when I walk or run, and I was wearing that, and I just put some Linkin Park, and Linkin Park is, well, I am fuck with the emotions of Linkin Park. I like them, and it's like if I'm sad, I like hearing Linkin Park, and that something happened and I was a little sad, and I just ran. It was around 9:30, 10:30. I just ran for like 5-10 minutes while listening to songs. I just queued 3-4 Linkin Park songs, and I just ran, thinking about nothing. Then suddenly my mood improved a little bit, because I just let my emotions flow while running and listening to the song, while just singing the song while I was running. Obviously that's not perfect running technique or whatever, but I don't give a fuck. I don't care how fast I am. All I'm trying to do is exert myself while listening to that song, and just doing it, just running for the sake of it. And I ran, and progressively, because I think by the time my life had been shifted ever so closely to the beta line, and I made some calls. It was then 11 o'clock in the night, and I made some calls. I got home and I got to work at 11 p.m. And luckily enough, the person who was working with me responded. He worked with me. I'm very grateful to him. Then I also talked to some people that made me happier, and this was all because of the motivation that I got when I was on the other side of the beta line. And I would have never done it through discipline, because through discipline I would have never called someone at 11 p.m. to work nonetheless. It would have never have happened. But because I had the motivation and the urgency and the determination, perseverance, whatever you want to call it, I just had that, and just that motivation helped me out. And somehow now I'm happy. Now I want to record a video. I'm no longer empty. I also watched some mental masturbation, self-improvement stuff on YouTube, and whatever, it fueled me up again, and I want to sleep early today. I want to get up early tomorrow. Sure, it's already 1 a.m., but that's okay. I still don't want to waste too much. I don't want to sleep at 5 a.m. I will sleep in a while, and I'll do my tomorrow. I'm going to wake up, go to the gym, do my work. Not going to skip on things now. And just this piece of motivation. Also, I just had a person message me on Instagram. I got a comment 2 days ago, 3-4 days ago. I don't even know how many days ago, but and the person asked me for my mobile number. Obviously, I can't give that, so I gave them my Instagram. And I don't think it's the same person. It's someone else. But they messaged me saying that, dude, just upload videos. People will come and watch. Build your garden. the butterflies will come, and that's absolutely true, and that also motivated me, which now I'm happy to make this video. Although obviously it's not sustainable to do it out of motivation, but I think motivation is also very important. A car is not going to start without a starter motor. A starter motor is always required. Sure, the engine will keep running. You can think of the engine as being disciplined, but to start the discipline, you need that motivation. You need a spark in the beginning. Even in a 4-stroke petrol engine, you need a spark plug to spark the petrol to start the stroke. There has to be something. Sure, it will go on later. Yes, it will go on, but motivation is very important when you need to start, for sure. And I'd like to argue that even you have zero motivation, you cannot get into discipline because you don't have any need for that discipline. And I think when you feel the need to do something, that in itself is motivation. But then when the need has gone, when the need has perished and your life has improved, now you still work to get those diminishing returns and consequently improve your life. That is discipline. But for that start, you definitely need the the motivation. Very important. Keep that in mind. I'll see you tomorrow.